Let's drink some.
All right, boys, how we doing tonight?
Doing good,
Doing
man.
Good.
It's been a
hanging in there.
You know, it's been hectic. We haven't seen each other in a while.
yeah,
Took a
been
break.
a little while.
Dave was on vacation or seeing
Right.
fam
Yeah.
in England, so we had
Drank a lot of different beers in England.
Yeah,
had Nick set in for him.
that was
Yep.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Couch Co-op, and we are generally a weekly podcast where we drink a beer and we talk about it. This week, and that's Jarrod, and that's Dave, and that's Aaron.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm Dave.
Jarrod, it's your week. What beer are we drinking?
I went to Trader Joe's and bought this, what they say is pronounced Bosoon, which looks like Boatswain on the can.
I
It's,
always think Boatswain, but that's
yeah, it looks
you
like Boatswain, but their can says it's pronounced Bosoon.
know,
It's the
Yeah.
heavy lift vessel ale.
Huh.
Yeah,
It looks
so
like it's a heavy one.
yeah, 7% alcohol.
Let's crack it
So,
open and figure out what this is
A
about.
little.
Anyone had this
So,
before?
I've of course.
I've
have
drunk
drank
this on
most of my
numerous
six-pack.
occasions.
I've never
Yeah,
had it
but
think
before.
I had
let's
the blue
crack it
version.
open.
3, 2, 1, pop it.
No real smell. But then I've got a bit of a cold,
Yeah.
so maybe I'm not.
He's got
It isn't
COVID.
COVID. I just tested
Yeah.
myself before the podcast. So
It
It's kind of
smells
stink.
nice.
It's kind of a little skank.
It
Skunky.
reminds me of like the arrogant bastard smell to me.
Whoa.
Got that smell going.
yeah, it's like a brown ale, isn't it?
Whoa.
So Ian took a sip.
Oh,
That's harsh. It's funny. It has less alcohol than that festive ale, but it's a little more punchy in the gut, tense than that
Yeah.
one.
Got a lovely colour.
Yeah, it
Quite
looks
brown,
really
a
great.
little
malty.
cloudy, but
Beers are unique brews made in small batches. Our ale has aromas and flavors of sweet
That is-
roasted malt balanced with moderate bitterness coming from the high level of hops. It is very malty. I think that's what you can smell.
that is boozy. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say malty. It's like
No, the smell.
I've got that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I say, I can't smell it, but
Yeah, it's
I get a little bit
it has
of
a
a
nice
malty
smell. I like the smell
that's
of it.
intense. I don't. That's intense.
The only flavour I'm getting through that is
Bitter.
maybe a bit of like weird malt flavour, but booze.
yeah, it's very bitter. Like, oh,
Have you had this before, Aaron? Did you say you had? You had never had
not
this.
this version of it. I've had a different version. It's like one in the blue can I had, and then there was a double IPA they had, but never a heavy lift vessel ale. I've seen this one, but I've never had it. So
Yeah, I like their can designs are all pretty generic with just simple color palette,
yeah,
and I don't know. I kind of dig it. That's like what my eye kind of looked at on their shelf next to all the other beers. It just looked like, huh, that's different.
yeah.
I do
can see
like
that.
I do like trying the Trader Joe's beers, their own brands. They're always pretty decent. Let me guess, this was like $6 for a 6-pack.
Yeah, it's weird that all their beers cost next to nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
I must admit, I like their red ale. They were good. There's a good red ale they have. It comes in bottles, and then their IPA is that's okay. This is not my favorite. I just
Yeah,
find
it's
it.
all right.
I feel like it tastes too boozy for my liking.
Yeah, it's
And
not
there's
a good starting point. Maybe
something about
after
the
you've
hop-
had a couple beers, you want to pop this in or something like that.
Yeah, because this is like it grabs you by the tongue and just kind of like holds it
Oh.
and did not want to let fucking go.
It has kind of a weird like hoppiness to it that's almost soapy.
Interesting. I
I
do
feel
detect a lot of hops in it. It's right on the front. It's consistent throughout. It doesn't like hit you in
The-
different ways.
the
It's
more
just
kind of
always there.
Floral herbal hops. I wonder what they use.
Let me see if I can find out.
Sometimes they say on the can.
Oh, just so.
Does it have their beers somewhere?
No.
Minhas
I know it's
Craft Brewery.
brewed in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Minhas Craft Brewery.
The Rhinelander.
Yeah.
Trying to find Craft brews. No, that doesn't have it.
It has a bit of cloudiness. So I mean, it's pretty, and there's actually some, sediment. So it's
Yeah, fine.
mostly unfiltered, but I mean, it does go through some form of a filtering process. Just they don't really
Right.
try and make it clean beer.
Premium
Well,
brews?
I feel like they
No.
should.
Interesting. No, it doesn't say.
Is it? It says it is actually better served a little warmer, but
Yeah.
definitely
And
get some like phenolic like plasticky flavors.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's like
feel.
it's basically like comparable to that festive ale we had.
yeah, I
Yeah, if you told me this was a winter ale or a festival ale,
Well,
I
it
would.
says it's a rotating season, and that it is a strong ale, basically.
huh.
So it's like that
True.
festive ale.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say it would fit in those categories.
It's definitely a decent winter beer if you're just wanting to pound a couple down and warm up a
I
bit.
don't think I could pound a couple.
Yeah, I think I would.
Oh.
I'm not really looking forward to the other half of the glass. I'll choke it down for the listeners, but
this,
Our good question. Yeah, it's an American brown ale or strong ale, but it doesn't really. I can't find taste. It doesn't really say what kind of hops they use. Anyway, comes in bottles. You can find it in bottles, supposedly.
oh,
I've seen they used to do a lot more. I think when they first started doing a lot of these beers, they would just release them in 22s, as to see how they went, and then canned beer became a thing. And
yeah, this is a yeah. It just has a
I only remember seeing cans on the shelves at the location I was at. I feel that that's a very common thing these days, as
I
most
think they've
bottles are going
moved.
away.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think-
they've pretty moved to cans
everybody's
Yeah.
pretty much moving
completely,
away
but-
from it.
I mean, all these like Beer Advocate and all those type of sites, they all show the bottle. But I think because canning's become so popular, that
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
It's
to
probably
be a little
cheaper
less
too, huh?
popular. Actually, it's going to get more expensive soon because of shortages.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's also glass shortage too, so that's gonna be fun.
Whoop.
Yeah,
Right.
exciting. Shortages.
Gotta love the 2020, baby.
Yeah.
People drank and had more drinks than ever. So
Any of you guys have Christmas gifts showing up in January or February?
No.
I go out and buy
I didn't
mine
order
first, and
anything
I'm
like
old
that.
school.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't try and buy a Switch or an Xbox
Yeah.
or a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, that one comes out 2023 of
Yeah.
February. So
Mm.
if you're trying to find a Switch anyway, but
Yeah,
unless you're one of the lucky souls.
This beer, color-wise, it's good.
Yeah, I like the color and the smell.
Everything else, I'm just kind of like, it's kind of
It's okay.
alcohol delivery.
Yeah.
To me, it's the taste. The taste is just not. Doesn't want to let go. It is clingy. I'm not like I don't like that with beer, honestly. Unless it's
Robust caramel. That's what they say.
more like grabby. Good lord.
I think this is one of the strongest ones of the Trader Joe's beers, and
It has to be.
and it. I seem to recall it being my least favorite of the Trader Joe's beers. So, and nothing I'm tasting tonight is making me feel any better. Or not any better, but not it's not going up. They do a really good Bock. I seem to remember.
Their double IPA is 8.4.
Ooh.
I love the double IPA. For some reason, they made that really yummy. I remember that one. This is the blue can, right? Or is it the red can?
That's the red one. The blue one's just a regular IPA.
Yeah, the double IPA is like $4.99 for 6 of them.
That's
according to
wild.
the
Right.
website, and you're just like, that is The regular one's only $4.99 too, and it's just like, man, that's crazy, really.
Yeah, I try and shop for beer at Trader Joe's pretty often because the price points are like you can't find it that low, even at
Well,
like Winco's and Costco's and stuff like that.
the other reason to shop at Trader Joe's for the beers is they do have they have beers that aren't their own, but you can also buy them by the bottle, and they just charge you a per bottle price. They don't, so if it's $9 a 6 pack, you pay like buck 50, not $1.50, but whatever $9 divided by 6 is.
Okay.
Yeah, $1.50. So you just pay $1.50 a beer, and they don't mind if you just grab a 6 pack and put like 6 different beers in. So it's a
Okay.
really good way to sample all the seasonals, so when all the winter seasonal comes out, you can go and get like a Dew Ale or hop,
Yeah.
a Burr and
No,
all
wassail.
the wassail and all the other ones you want, and you can sample them all without having the 6 pack, and then you find which one you want and go get the 6 pack of it.
I like this guy's review. At 84 cents a can and 7%, how can you complain? Malty, chewy, easy drinking.
Chewy.
Chewy. Easy drinking? It's like,
I would say
what?
chewy. I'd give it more chewy than easy drinking, that's for sure.
Yeah, you got to power your way through it towards the end. Be like, oh god, is it still in there? Okay.
Actually, it tastes boozy, but now I'm getting down to the bottom of it. It doesn't taste heavy, like malty heavy. It just tastes boozy to me.
Yeah.
Now that the flavor's taken over my mouth, it's actually easy going as you go deeper into the can. But
It's not like Guinness. I don't feel like I'm eating a meal.
Yeah, Guinness is a filler.
Yeah, I could see that, but no,
It's a heavy lift.
Or Ian, if you're listening to the audio podcast, which I'm sure everybody does instead of video, Ian's face, you can tell he's really not enjoying himself.
I don't blame him. This is like I'm kind of putting up a poker face right now because good lord,
like
good lord.
If you drank a lot of beer like that you liked, and then you drank this and you got sick, this is the beer that would like start the catastrophe of puke or something. This is like a instigating beer of doom.
Yeah, I could.
Let's say you had like 4 sours and then you chased it with one of these. It'd be hurricane season.
Yeah.
Or the reverse.
It's hitting the stomach pretty harshly right now. I can actually feel it slowly oozing in there. Like,
I'm just like, ugh.
I'm gonna rinse my mouth out with water a little bit.
Oh wow, that's a first. You didn't even like Black Butte, and you just finished that down. I've never seen you ever take water to a beer.
I don't know. It's really intense.
Oh no!
I don't know if
it's absolutely intense.
It's also the first beer of the night for me, so it's just like it's like.
No, I get it. First one, and it's a super strong one. It's like, okay.
It doesn't. There's not a flavor I like in there though. If it was like a boozy stout, and there was some chocolatey flavor, I'd be like, lovely.
Put it in, put it down.
But there's no flavor in there that I'm liking.
How they got away with this is beyond me. This is
some people seem to like it.
True.
Yeah. Hey, if you want 7% beer, six cans for $5. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
I'd probably drink that Festive Ale over this. That was at least 8% too.
Yeah.
That was such an easier drinking beer.
I'll give it that. I'll absolutely give it that.
It does remind me of because I've had a couple of like festival ales recently, and this is definitely that kind of flavor. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like it. I keep trying, but I can't find one I love. So.
Oh, that's the thing about most winter beers. They make it so it's like a one and done type of thing. But it's like it tastes most of the same, honestly. Winter ales, except for like a couple standouts, but. I could literally throw a rock at half of them and not be able to differentiate between the ones I hit.
Well, it's funny. The brewery that makes this, obviously, it doesn't show it on their website. Their beers, but the beers that they produce are all like these really like the like silly looking cans and loud.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a little front or something. Or like,
well, it's just they make this just for Trader Joe's, obviously. It gets
Right. Right.
But Trader Joe's is so massive, and like you look at that website, and it looks like some little brew pub, that's out in the boonies.
Yeah.
Well, they
So
got
who
one
knows?
in Wisconsin and they got one in Calgary,
Huh.
Mm.
and they have like Boxer beer or something. I don't know, whatever it was, but that's their actual. I don't really have anything to say about this. I don't think people. I mean, people that are watching this know what I'm going to vote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty apparent what you're gonna vote. Just listening to you. And
Yeah.
Aaron. And
It's
Dave.
probably
Yeah.
like my. I mean, of all the beers we've had on here, this is probably my least favorite of all of them. How many beers have we done so far? Like 30?
This one to me is not just nondescript. It's actually a flavor I don't like. Most of the other beers, it's like lagers. I'm kind of,
This is something.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sweetness there, and
Is
but,
there?
Has a,
in a
mostly have
lager.
a saving grace,
and
but
a
some of
lager.
this one.
Yep.
Oh,
But I mean,
Uh,
if people like this, that's cool. I mean, just beers, you can like this. I
Yep.
don't know, whatever.
There's a lot of beers out there that I don't like sour beers, and a lot of people out there love them. So.
right. I agree.
All right. That's that. They were doing
Yeah, I
that
mean,
again.
as it went down, like halfway down, it started, going down a little easier, and
I still feel like
coated my mouth, but
someone poured epoxy or something in my beer, and I'm tasting that like
yeah,
plastic flavor.
I'm not liking the aftertaste very much. It's taking over my
No.
whole tongue.
It's not letting go, is it? It's not letting go. It's still there. I could tell you now it's still there. It's still there with me.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, you could tell there's like a lot of sediment and stuff like that in it, and that
Right.
stuff you can really tell when some of it's actually stuck to your tongue. It's really
Are we all finished?
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I think so.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm never buying this one again. Yeah, this
Sorry.
is our first
Sorry,
zero.
Wow.
sorry, Busan.
Yeah.
Boatswain. That was a heavy
Well,
lift
yeah.
for the couch co-op, and I don't
Heavy lift
know.
in the trash.
When I wonder how it would taste against Steel Reserve, because if I was going to be an
Oh,
alcoholic,
that's
then
different.
I'm looking for like cheap
I'll
alcohol
I'll
content.
go with steel over that.
I don't know.
I'll go with steel.
I'd probably still go with steel, but
Yeah.
I don't like this taste in my mouth right now. I can only imagine if you were hungover. Oh,
Ooh,
And now, it's
that'd
just
be a
starting to do
pain.
weird things to my tongue right now. It's just like,
Plasticky feel, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jarrod, what game? What awesome game are you gonna pair with this one?
So I knew there was at least a game that took place in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and it's a game I actually really liked, and it came out on the PlayStation 4. It's The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Was kind of, like Dave's favorite genre is the walking sim, but it has like kind of detective zones where you have to figure out kind of what happened in little crime scenes and stuff like
I
that.
want
And
to say
it's
I
really,
played that one.
really interesting. Yeah, and I liked it. The graphics were really, really top notch, and it was fun. I mean, the only problem with that type of game is most of them you can't run. And if you're like, oh, I have to go to the other side of this whole map, and you have to walk the whole way.
It's a heavy lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a heavy lift.
Heavy lift, don't want to get a hold of.
Yeah, but that game takes place in Wisconsin.
All right, cheeseheads. Cool. All right, Dave. Next episode, what beer are we drinking?
I think we're gonna flip the script, go 6 months into the past or the future, depending on where you are and what it is. But we're gonna have some Stella Artois Summer Solstice Lager.
Summer Solstice Lager.
So it's probably
I
out
never
of
had
date
this
by now,
version.
but
It's probably gone. So maybe it's got more funk on it.
But last time I had it, it was pretty tasty. So
All right. What else do we need to do? I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Like, what do we talk? How do we wrap this? Why is my dog going crazy? I don't know.
Oh shit.
That's the Couch Co-op.
He's doing the outro.
We're Couch Co-op, and we're doing an outro. And I want to thank Jarrod, Dave, and Aaron for joining me on the couch. We'll see, or you'll listen to us in a week, and hope you guys enjoyed this beer. Oh, remember, you can find us on Twitter.
Thanks for not enjoying this beer with us.
Yeah, thanks for not enjoying this beer.
Yeah.
You can find us on
or
Twitter.
tell us we're full of shit and you love
maybe
it.
you're right. Yeah, leave us a message on anchor.fm/The Couch Co-op Show, and you can tell us that, hey, I love this beer. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or you can congratulate us on taking one for the team.
Yes. Anyway.
Or tell us something. Tell us what other beer we can try next.
Yeah.
Torture us, love us.
Find us on iTunes. Leave
Give
us
us
a
something.
review. Share us with your friends.
What's the best Bosun beer?
Yeah, what's the best Bosun? Boatswain.
Boatswain beer.
Yeah. Until then, remember to please drink responsibly.
Be excellent to each other.